We have three speakers tonight that we're going to listen and evaluate. The first speaker I'm going to introduce, author of the book, The 6 Tips to Getting What You Want, chauffeur to Larry Ellison, Steven Spielberg, Paul Abdul, Paul McCarthy, and even Judy Norio. Heard on the radio station, The Business of Life, shown on AM 1400 KKZZ with Coach RonnyEngelke. He's here to talk to you about customer service lessons I've learned from my millionaire clients, millionaire boss. Please help me welcome RonnyEngelke.
You're fired. Your position has been eliminated. Do you know anyone that's been fired? Maybe you've been fired? Getting fired is very stressful because the bills never stop. They never stop. They keep coming. You have no money? It doesn't matter to you. You still got to pay. I'm going to share with you in our conversation 3 strategies that you can use to become more valuable to your company and so that you don't get fired when companies are cutting back. And I learned these techniques on the job, 12 years of driving limousines, some of the elite people, as you heard before. I don't want to brag, but thank you, Mike. And these strategies are 3 strategies that I keep coming to over and over again. And at the end of my talk, I'm going to give you 1 word to think about. That's it. Just 1 word to take with you forever. The first strategy, there's 3 of them. Use humor. That's the first one. The second one is ask yourself, how can I surprise my client or this person? And the third one is giving gifts. My first story, my company called me, dispatch called me. Ronny, call this client and pick him up at the airport. Hi, my name is Ronny, I'm your chauffeur. Where the F are you? I've been waiting for 45 minutes. I'm sorry, sir. They just gave me the number now and I'm calling you. You effer. He starts cussing at me. And I got angry. If you don't stop yelling, you're going to take a cab. That's what I tell him, right? It started all wrong. I meet him. While he's handing me his luggage, he says, do you know who I am? I'm an executive. Yeah, I know who you are. Let's go. We're going down the escalator. And he says, do you know my flight information? No, sir. And your name is Ronny? Yes, sir. Do you know where I'm going? No, sir. And your name is Ronny? Yes, sir. He gets on the phone. Hey, the only thing this guy knows is his name. Where am I going? Because he didn't know. Called the secretary. We get to the car. And he's angry, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to tell him to calm him down? What am I going to tell him? So I say to him, you know, this is the wrong way to meet someone that you want to learn something about business. To calm him down. And then I think I know him, and I say, do you still have that vice president with a twitch in his eye? President. Oh, Gary, you mean Gary? Oh my God, I think he knows me. Are you still selling the Shaquille O'Neal shoes? That's Payless. I'm with BBC Shoes. You should see it now. Now I'm really worried. And I say, oh my gosh, why did I even say anything to him? I should have just kept quiet. Now you see smoke coming out of my ears. My head is spinning. What am I going to tell this guy to calm him down? What am I going to say? I thought I was done. I thought my job was finished. And I thought I was going to be hearing those words, "You are fired." Instead, in the moment of genius, I think it was subconsciously in the moment of being stressed, when I turned my head, this is what I said. "All I know is my name." I can't make that up. That really happened. We get to the hotel, and I say, "Mr. Campbell, for whatever it's worth, I'm sorry we met the way we met. And if you call my company and they fire me, I'm okay with that. Ronny, I'm not going to call anyone." What does that say? By me using humor, I defused the situation. And we still ended up keeping that client. Humor, you don't have to be a comedian to make people laugh. But you do have to become aware of the moments that you can infuse humor. Everyone likes to feel good. No matter if they're the CEO of a company, or if they are worth $1 billion, or 2, or 7 billion, you can still use humor to connect with that person. Now I'm giving you an extreme example, but if everything is okay, you can still add humor. People remember that. The second strategy that I use is I ask myself, how can I make my client feel special? How do I make them feel special? My next story is with the CEO of DreamWorks, Jeffrey Katzenberg. I didn't know who he was until I read the Forbes magazine, and I flipped the pages. Oh, I know this guy. Oh, he's worth $900 million. Oh, that's nice to know. I call him Mr. K. With Mr. K, he has a limousine driver that drives him every day to and from work in California, every day. And there's a built-in 20% gratuity. So he knows he doesn't have to tip. He knows. But every now and then, to that driver in California, he gives him gifts. Right? To me, I'm in Las Vegas. He doesn't know me that well. And I said to myself, how can I surprise this client? I call him my client, not my customer. A customer is a one-time transaction. A client is for life, or as long as you give the client what they need, right? And I thought, man, what can I do interesting for this guy? He can buy anything he wants. People are his beck and call. This is what I did. I bought a pen, and I had the words engraved, "Billionaire Tool," because he was short $100 million. I meet him, we're walking through the car. I said, "Mr. K, I have something for you. I know you're short $100 million. Here's the Billionaire Tool." And it said Billionaire Tool on it. He looked at it, he was impressed. I said, "You have to write more contracts, sign more contracts, create more ideas to reach the 100 million. That night, at the end, what we had to do, he shakes my hand, and I was so surprised. It was in a little square. I opened it, $200. I knew at that moment that I impressed him. And that from that moment on, he would request me. And from that moment on, he would give me the extra gratuity. Just because of that simple strategy. How can I surprise my client? He knew that I took the extra effort to impress him. What can you do for your clients? For people you meet? Right? My next strategy that I use is gifting. And again, it goes with Mr. Katzenberg. Mr. Katzenberg, he would call his secretary to tell me when he was coming out of somewhere. And I didn't really like that because it was never on time. I was never on time because she would call and three-way calling, oh, this is a mess. And I said to myself, how can I give him a gift at the same time influence him to let him know, hey, that I'm okay. I'm not going to be calling you to submit you a script or anything like that in Hollywood. I went to print and I spent $2 on a lottery ticket. I put his name on the lottery ticket. That day on the way to the car, Mr. K, you produce so much value and it's hard to compete with that. But until then, you have a chance to win $43 million. In that moment, you should have seen his smile. Biggest smile he's ever given. And from that day on, he started calling me direct. I have his number, but I don't call him because I'm not in his industry. What can you do for your clients? How can you make them feel special? I'm going to give you, can I give you one extra tip? Can I deviate from my script and give you one extra tip?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, good.
Perfect. Now the point is, when something goes wrong, try to fix it as soon as you can. I picked up a couple, he got married, a wedding couple, took them to the place where they're getting married, and they were having their reception at the same place. That's easy for me. I'm going to be at one place, I don't have to think too much. In the meantime, I'm parked in the driveway, and the friends of the couple asked me, Ronnie, can we put a couple things in the limo? I'm like, sure, go ahead, have fun. And then I went into the party to get some food and then take care of myself, some business. By the time we were ready to go, and I don't have time to look in the limo because I'm already parked right there. The clients are coming out right now. I open the limo. My eyes fall out of my head. The clients laugh a little bit, and there's a sea of unrolled toilet paper.
Oh, no.
And on top of it, to make it worse, there was pads on the windows.
Oh.
Oh.
My clients laughed. I laughed a little bit, but I didn't know that they were going to have a sea of toilet paper and all these things in the limo. And oh my gosh, they jumped into the car. They were okay. On the way to the hotel, they say to me, Ronnie, we need to go to the restroom. So I pull over to a nice restaurant, and I know they're going to be there for like 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. I took my limo to the back, to the trash. I opened that car, and I just plummeted everything out as fast as I could because I knew they were coming out. And I took all the pads off and I threw them all up. I pull up to where I dropped them, and they came out. It was that fast. When they saw that limo was spotless again, they were impressed. I just thought it was part of my job to make them feel special, because it was a special day. And I really regretted that they saw that in the limo. At the end of the ride, the gentleman hands me his business card and says, if you ever want a job in my company, you are hired. Guess what company he worked for? So let's recap. There's 3 strategies and 1 extra strategy. Number 1, use humor whenever you can. Number 2, ask yourself, how can I make my client feel special? Number 3, what gifts or gift can I give my client? It can be also a laugh, a smile, a hug. It doesn't have to be something physical. Number 4, correct the problem as soon as you can. With Mr. Campbell, every year after that, there would be another driver driving him. And he would say, tell that limo driver that only knows his name that I said hi. I did a good job saving that account. And here's a sentence I'm going to say. Customers are really everything. Please, everyone, on 3, I want everyone to say that. 1, 2, 3.
Customers are really everything.
And the one word, that acronym is, that I want you to take with you, is the word care. Really care about the people that you deal with, because it's costing more than ever. It costs 6 times as much to find a new client than it is to keep one. That one word, take it with you in your heart, and deal with your clients with the word care and take care.